This is the new DW718 double bevel sliding compound miter saw. It's a real workhorse. It's got some new features I've always wanted in a miter saw. Let's talk about some of the features I really like about the new DW718 saw. First of all, I can pivot all the way to 60 degrees miter to the left, 50 degrees miter to the right. And I can get a 48 degree bevel to the left and the right, or lock it in anywhere in between. And another new feature is this bevel detent system, which allows me to hit several of the most common bevel angles. To me, accuracy is the most important part of a miter saw. Let's take a look at what DEWALT's done with these three new miter saws to ensure long-term accuracy. It all starts with a fence. They've actually machined a groove into the base of the saw that the fence sits down in. It's a lot like the way that a shelf fits into a dado. DEWALT miter saws have stainless steel detents to ensure accurate cuts time after time. I found though that on the job site everything's not always perfect. A lot of times I'm going to need to make just a slight adjustment in my cut. They allow me to do that by using this detent override. I can pop that up, move the saw over just a little bit, and then lock it in place with this cam lever, and that's going to give me the cut I need for perfect miters. The saw also accepts the new DEWALT adjustable miter saw laser system, and at the end of the day, when it's time to roll it up and go home, it'll actually fold down into a size that's smaller than a lot of 10-inch saws because of the new horizontal rail design. These days we use a lot of 16-inch bullnose shelving in closets. I'm really excited about this new saw because it's the only miter saw on the market that has the capacity to cut that size shelving. Also, if you're wrapping 12-inch bullnose around the top of a closet, this saw has the capacity to cut on a 45 by using DEWALT's auxiliary base system and the back fence. It'll cut up to a 6 5/8 inch crown mold nested or 6.5 inch baseboard vertically. Today's crown molds just keep getting larger and larger. You're almost forced to cut them lying flat. This saw has the capacity to cut even the most oversized of crown moldings, up to 11 inches. But there's a couple other features that make it great for cutting crown mold. The miter detent and the new bevel detents. Just like that, I'm ready to cut. One of the most challenging cuts that I have to make is fitting a stair tread like this against a skirt board. But with the new detent override and miter cam lock, I can actually move this saw about 1/3 of a degree off square, lock it down, and make a cut.